Hey gang, how are you doing? Who me? I'm doing great. So in this training, in this quick webinar, I'm going to show you guys the IT Master Key, how I'm helping burnt out professionals leave their stressful careers and transition into IT in less than 90 days with no experience at all, man. So let's get straight into it. I don't want you guys to waste another second. So who am I? I'm Rob. Good to meet you. Like I said, I'm a former staff sergeant who now helps people transition into IT. So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. Go Lions, even though they suck. That's where I'm from. I got an MBA in IT. I have over 12 industry certifications. I have all the certifications that I teach my students. And right now, I'm helping people transition into IT, even if they don't have any experience. To date, I've helped over 15,000 students transition into rewarding tech careers. And by the end of this training, you guys will know exactly how to do the same. So just make sure that you stick around to the end to really get the full potential and all the tips that you really need to transition into IT. So most likely, if you're watching this, you're struggling in your career, you're stressed out, you may be burnt out, which is a terrible feeling. And you might be to the point to where you're thinking like, it's gotta be something else out there. It's gotta be more. I'm meant for more. Like there has to be something else. This can't be it. I don't want to believe it. This cannot be it. And you're not alone. So believe it or not, there's people that have been in the same position as you and they've been there for months, sometimes even years, just yearning for more, knowing that they were meant for more. Good news is there's something definitely a whole lot better than what you're doing right now. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain to you being burnt out, being stressed out, hating going to work every day is no way to live. And I'm pretty sure that's not what you signed up for. That's not what you want, right? Now, it should be a well known fact, if you don't know, that people in tech make good money, like really good money. Now, if you're in another field, most likely tech people are making more money than you. In fact, it's a proven fact that the average tech salary is more than double than the average median salary of other industries. So there's so many opportunities, right? There's so much money out there. So why is there so many tech jobs that are open? Why there's so many tech jobs that need to be filled? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? You got to, okay, if it's all this money, if it's all this opportunities, why aren't people or more people, you, working in tech? So the problem is this. For a long time, a long time, you needed a 4-year degree, right? You needed a degree and a bunch of years of experience to even have your resume get looked at when it came to tech jobs. And that's not to land the job. That's to even be considered. That's to even have your resume looked at by somebody other than a robot. So for a long time, got to have the 4-year degree and 5 years of experience. So at least 9 years of time in for your resume to even get looked at, right? For you to even land a tech gig. In fact, most people, including you, probably think that getting a degree or having a degree is a requirement in tech. And I got some really good news for you, right? Really good news for you. And that news is with Master I.T, you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have a degree. No degree necessary. You don't even have to have experience. So we've shortcut that process, right? So instead of you having to go through college applications instead of you having to get a loan for $40,000, $50,000, sit in a classroom for 4 years, go through trigonometry and all this other stuff that you're never going to use. I wanted you and my students to be able to learn the stuff that they need, get the credentials that they need, and be able to go ahead and go into the industry. So, long story short, you're going to do that by gaining the top certifications. And once you do that, you can go after all of these opportunities. And the students that are in the Master I.T. Zero to IT Hero program are doing that in just a short few months, right? So the Zero to IT Hero program, right? This is what the program allows my students to do. This is what you will be able to do if you become part of the program. You can transition into tech with no experience, right? No experience. I have students doing it, which we'll talk about later on, that had no experience, came from completely different industries, and boom, got tech jobs, right? You'll have the potential to have a six-figure career. Most of you watching this are not making six figures. Even more sad is that the industry you're in, you don't even have the potential to make six figures. I talk to people all the time who think that they're making good money and they're making $70,000, $80,000 a year, but that's after a 10-year career. On the other side, I have students that have been in tech for a year or less, making the same amount of money, right? I have other students that are making multiple six figures, right? The possibilities and the earning potential is literally limitless in tech, right? You can pretty much make what you want to make as long as you have the skill sets and the right mindset. Another thing, which is even more important than the money, I would think, is that you're actually going to have a job that you actually like. Not only like, but that you love and enjoy, right? That's priceless, really. Also, having control of your time. With tech, the beauty of tech is that you can work from anywhere. You can work from anywhere. You can work from the beach. You can work from your house. You can work from your bedroom. You can work from wherever you are, right? That is the power of tech. Another thing is ascension, right? Your trajectory. You can get promoted again and again and again and again in tech, right? There is no invisible ceiling. There is no cap. As far as you want to go, as high as you want to go, is how high you can go. Another thing is tech is always in the news. Tech is always emerging. Tech is always improving and innovating. And you most definitely want to be a part of that. And tech has changed my life. It has changed my student lives. And it can change your life and help you build a better future for you and your family. Now, let's get to some of the secret sauce. But just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know, right? But you're probably thinking, how is this even possible? How is this even possible? With no experience, no degree. All of the lies that you've been told, everything that you thought was true is not true, right? Dispel that in just a few minutes, right? So let me explain to you just really quickly why this works so well for so many different people, right? I got people that are high school dropouts all the way to people that have their doctorates. I have people that are nurses all the way down to people that are in retail, cashiers, everybody in between, janitors, electricians, infantrymen, truck drivers, everybody I can actually get into some of those stories in a minute, but it's so many different people, right? So what is the reason that this works so well, so quickly? So long story short, it's because when it comes to having a gig in tech, because when it comes to working in tech, the degree doesn't hold the same weight, right? The degree doesn't really matter. Companies don't care if you have a degree. They care that you can actually do the job That's it. That's all. That you can do the job and you can prove that you can do the job. So, how can you prove that you can do the job before they even see you, before they even meet you? We're going to talk about that real soon. But the biggest thing is you don't need to spend 4 years in college. 4 years is a long time. Imagine if you had to go to prison for 4 years. That's a long sentence, right? You don't want to do it, free you. Anyway, if you're in college for 4 years and then in 4 years things change so much. That's one of the biggest things is how much things change in 4 years. They change a lot, right? So in 4 years, the things that you were learning, the things that you thought were important, the things that you thought were what you needed, you don't even need that stuff anymore, right? It's not even relevant anymore. Things change way too fast. So let me tell you the first step of how this works, right? So the first step is making hard things easy. That's another thing about getting into tech, people being scared, people being afraid is that, man, how do I do this? Man, how am I supposed to go about doing everything? Where do I start? Do I have a community? Who do I talk to if I get stuck? All this type of stuff, right? So in this 16-week intensive program, and it is intense, right? Because you got to understand, in this 16 weeks, we're accomplishing things that take people years to accomplish and things that some people never accomplish, right? So, to make things flexible, to make things easy for you, everything is all online and you can even go at your own pace, right? Now, you're special, but not unique. Almost every student in the program has a full time job and families, most of them, right? And they still finish everything in 16 weeks. So, the way we do that is by giving you everything you need and none of the stuff that you don't. If you have a degree, if you ever took any college courses, they have something called general education. And I like to call it a waste of time because that's pretty much what it is, right? You're pretty much learning a bunch of stuff that you don't need to know, right? So we do everything self-paced, right? And sometimes like, oh, it's self-paced. You just give me all this stuff. What if I need a classroom environment? What if I need live training? We have live training as well, right? So we have a proven roadmap that's worked for thousands of students, and it'll actually guide you step by step. And you'll have actual industry experts and coaches guiding you every step of the way. So your coaches, instructors ensure that you fully understand everything that you obtain, the skills as well as the certifications that you need in the industry. Our training members, our team is available 24/7. So this is a global training company, right? We got students all around the world. And at any time, if you have a question, it'll be somebody there to answer it, right? So no matter how complex the topic is, no matter what's going on, one of the biggest things in our company and our training system and the Zero to IT Hero program is making complex things super easy and super easy to comprehend. All right. So what's the next thing? Actually, before we get to that, to show you that anybody can do this from any industry, I want to introduce you to one of my students named Katron, right? So Katron is one of my favorites. He actually is one of my first truck drivers that actually came into the program. He's an over-the-road truck driver, had a new kid, which is like, I need to be at home more. He was on the road 3 weeks out of the month and 1 week back at the house. So he's like, I need to be at the house more, right? And also, I don't want to drive trucks. I want to make more money, so on and so forth. He went from a truck driver to a network analyst in the program in just a few months. Something completely different allowed him to stay at home with his wife while, he got to bond with his kid, while he got to learn more. And the opportunities that came in, he was actually, it was overwhelming for him, all the opportunities that were coming to him, right? All the opportunities that he were getting because of the program. And he actually was getting these opportunities before he even finished the program, right? And just a month or two, he had hopped out of that truck and started in networking, right? So by joining this program, students are allowed the opportunity to level up in IT, to start IT, to have something that is fulfilling as well as rewarding monetarily and intellectually, right? So it's my obligation, right? It's my personal duty to make sure that you're prepared to tackle these skills, certifications, interviews, and land an awesome IT role, right? So that's the first step, making complex stuff super easy. Next thing is gaining the certification that you actually need. Nothing extra, nothing that people don't care about. Now, that's a really bad thing. Extra stuff and stuff that is not going to land you a job is not in this program. You're going to get the highest regarded, most popular certifications in the industry right now. Right now, right now. Not 10 years ago, not 5 months ago. Check your watch, check your calendar today. You're getting the most in demand certifications today that's actually going to get you a job, right? That's the whole point of the program. So it's not just a bunch of random certs, it is the most popular certifications in the industry. Now, this is an intensive program, right? But it's also an awesome program. Most students get their first certification in only 10 days. 10 days, less than 2 weeks, right? Most people get their first certification in 10 days. And most people actually finish all the certifications in the program in about 90 days. So you'll go from not having nothing, no experience, no skills, no education in IT to actually having several industry recognized certifications that employers are drooling over in 90 days. And to top it off, right? It's not just the training. It's not just your coaches. It's not just 24-hour access. It's not the community. We actually will cover your exam costs. That's how much we believe in the training. We're going to cover your exam costs. So you don't have to worry about nothing. Learn the stuff, get the skills, get the cert, go get a job. So and certifications are going to allow you to stand out from the competition, right? And they're going to make up for that experience piece, right? When employers see that you are certified in that, that's going to allow you to overcome that experience obstacle. Believe it or not, if you're certified, you're in the same bracket as somebody that has experience. If you have three of the most popular certifications and you're in the same interview as somebody with 5 years of experience and no certification, they most likely will take you because this person obviously isn't taking things seriously, right? They're probably been in the same position, was in the same position for 5 years. Why wouldn't you get certifications? Why wouldn't you get more education? Why wouldn't you do these things when you know it's going to increase your earning potential? It's going to increase your promotion potential. It's going to increase your ability to work wherever you want to, right? So that's what these certifications do for you. You're going to gain the certification that you actually need. Now, even though I got one more step for you, you're probably getting excited, like, man, listen, let me figure out how to get into the Zero to IT Euro program. If you want to do that before we finish this quick little training, you can do that. Just click on the button below, click on the application below, and you can gain your first certification in 10 days, right? In 10 days, and have multiple certifications and be working in the industry in just a few months, right? So go ahead and click on that. The application will open up in a new window anyway, and you can come back to the training. Now, I want to introduce you to another student. So this is Cody, a young man that knocked out his certification super quick, so quick that I had to have an interview with him because he could not believe. He's like, I cannot believe I passed the certification so quickly. Like I said, we pretty much have a roadmap, strategies, ways to make sure that you guys are fully prepared inside the exam room. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with too many testimonials, but there's a bunch of them, right? There's people that we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these testimonials from people that are saying this is 100 times worth of investments, 10 times worth of investments, worth every penny, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much singing our praises because the program actually works. But I want to make sure that you guys know this last step, right? So what makes things so easy is that we make sure this is a smooth transition, right? From what you're doing now to going into a tech career. We make sure that you are fully prepared. We get you the skills, we get you the certifications, and then we help you and assist you to landing your rewarding IT career, right? So once you get certified, we're going to share our proven strategies to allow you to smoothly transition into your new career. So how do we do that, right? It's pretty much the whole shebang bang, right? Just like all the things that we do for your training, it doesn't stop. It's not okay. Here you go, figure out how to get a job. We're going to help you with your resume. We're going to give you a career coach. We're going to help you with interview prep. And we're going to make sure that LinkedIn is optimized so recruiters are actually coming to you as opposed to you having to go to them. And to sum it up, we'll even give you your very own accountability coach to make sure that you are staying accountable with your skills, with your training, and with your job readiness. Long story short, this program is set up for your success. If you want to win, we pretty much accept winners, right? We'll help you do what you're trying to do. We want to make sure that with these 3 steps, all of our students are successful, right? So, long story short, this is what we do in a nutshell, right? A summary of what we do. So, at your own speed training, right? There is no excuse. There is no time excuse. You train when you want to train. When you're available is when you train. Last is the speed of certifications, right? These certifications, some people, like I said, take years to get these certifications. You're going to knock that out in just a couple months. Last but not least is actually landing a job. You got the skills, you got the certs. Now let's actually go get a gig, right? A super easy 3-step process. Now, have to be honest. You won't believe this, but let's just say you get nervous on the day that you take the certification, right? You get into an argument with somebody, right? Your stomach hurts, you got the bubble guts. Whatever happens, if for some reason you go to take that certification and you fail, man, we'll pay for you to take it again, right? We want you to win. I want you to win. So if you go in there and things don't go right on the first day, we'll pay for you to take it again. Now, if you want us to help you, right? If you want my help, if you want my team's help, if you want to get out of being stressed out, if you want to stop being burnt out, if you want to transition to IT, kind of take over your time, be able to work remotely, be able to write your own check, and be able to do all of these things and an easy, simple, step-by-step roadmap provided by me and my team, and all just in a couple months, this is what I need to tell you. If you're ready, go ahead and fill out that application. Fill out the application right now, right? So if you want to get some of the success that my students have had, if you want to be able to take advantage of there's literally millions of jobs that are laying open, just waiting for people like you to fill them, right? So fill out the application on the page and, schedule a call to speak with either me personally or with a member of my team. Oh, just so you know, we don't accept everybody. That's why it's important. That's why I'm literally recording this, right? Make sure that you fill out the application. We do not accept everybody. We don't accept everybody. The application is literally for you. The application ensures that you would be a good fit for the program, right? So make sure that you fill out that application honestly and truthfully and take it seriously, right? Also, there is a limited amount of slots, super limited, right? So if you're seeing this, it means that we're still good, that the slots are still open, but they're super limited. So make sure that you actually take this very seriously because our calendars fill up super quick, right? So after you fill out the application, you'll actually get on the phone with one of our student success coaches and he'll guide you through what training with us would look like, right? So we go in even more detail on what that look like. But these calendars fill up super quick, right? Literally, as I'm talking, as you're watching this, they're filling up. So make sure that if you're still watching this, make sure that you have filled out the application, right? So next steps. Start and finish the application. If you haven't done so, you're a smart guy or girl, so I already know that you have filled it out. Make sure that you do that, and you're going to get immediate feedback, right? So everybody isn't accepted, as I told you before. So if you're not accepted, don't worry. We'll actually give you steps on what you still need to do because we want you to win, whether it's with us or without us, right? But you need to be with us. You already know that after this short, quick presentation. Make sure that you book a time to speak with one of my team members to get accepted into the program, right? So the next step is just a quick little interview. We'll ask you some questions, see where you are, and just to clarify any questions that you have to make sure that you fully understand what we do here and what our expectations of you will be. Once you book the call, once you get on the calendar, you're going to have a few more things to do to properly prepare for that call and interview because we want to set you up for success. You're going to have a little bit of homework, because you're about to do a 16-week intensive anyway. So you're going to have a little bit of homework to fully prepare for that call. Other than that, I will see you on the call. I will see you in class. I'm so glad that I'm part of your journey. Have an awesome day, and let's get ready to win.